Hey, I'm Shannon. Today we're going to learn about the nerve cell and various parts within it. Starting on the far left, we have the cell body, which contains DNA, the proteins for cellular health, and it is also surrounded by what is called cytoplasm, which contains protein molecules. Moving onward, we also have the dendrites, which are these branch-like looking structures. They are extensions of the cell body, and they are super important because they collect information from one neuron to another. Within the cell body, we have the nucleus, which contains the genetic information, which is the DNA. Up next, we have the axon, which is this tubular-like structure. This carries the information collected from the dendrites through it all the way through the nerve cell. Then on top of the axon, we have these structures which are called myelin sheaths. One of the main functions of this structure is that it insulates and protects the axon. It kind of acts as a shield for it. And then it also helps move the information along the axon faster and more efficiently. Within the myelin sheaths, we have these gaps right here. These are known as the nodes of Ranvier, and they are unmyelinated, so they do not have myelin on it. And their purpose is to help transmit electrical signals along the axon. And then at the very end of our nerve cell, we have these synaptic vesicles, which contain neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are chemical substances that help the body function in a myriad of ways. A commonly known transmitter would be dopamine. So that is a type of neurotransmitter that may be found within these synaptic vesicles. In regards to how our nerves communicate with one another through a nerve impulse, it is a semi-complex four-step process, but to keep it short and simple, I will explain it by saying that we have sodium and potassium ions that are constantly moving inside and outside of this membrane through the nodes of Ranvier, which causes an action potential, which is kind of like firing a gun. And this action potential causes the neurotransmitters within the synaptic vesicles to be released, and or they will enter the synaptic cleft, which is just a space between the presynaptic and postsynaptic nerve cell. And then those neurotransmitters will be absorbed or taken in by this postsynaptic neuron. So that is how they communicate with one another. And without getting into too much, that is the end of the overview of the different parts of our nerve cell. Thank you for watching.